Ni hao. That is my rough approximation of hello in Chinese. I think I'll try out some different languages. Okay, we are in period 3, so this is super exciting. Some of you may just be here checking your answers, but some of you may still be learning the concepts. And you know what? Either way is okay. That is the beauty of this online class, is everybody gets to go at their own pace, which I think actually is, in some ways maybe just a better way to do it. But anyway, we're here at period 3, so let's rock and roll. Okay, I do not know how to say rock and roll in Chinese, so ni hao is really as good as it gets. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is transfer over that beginning inventory. So at the end of period 2, we had one batch of ending inventory and raw materials. So one batch in raw materials. Okay, how about in WIP? In WIP, I had 2 batches for $300. Cool. And in finished goods, I had 10 batches for $22.50. God, we were a little slow on our sales last period, weren't we? We have to talk to the salesperson, get them in gear. All right, so let's see what we got. We purchased 80 pounds of coffee. So I'm going to go to my purchases. 80 pounds divided by 10 pounds per batch is 8 batches, and each batch costs us $100. So for some reason that ended up in the wrong spot. And you know what? Sometimes that happens. Okay, so in total, my raw materials available for e-use are 9 batches, the one in beginning inventory plus the one in purchases. 9 batches, $900. 100 in beginning inventory, 800 that I purchased. Okay, so then it tells me our raw materials ending inventory is 0. All right, so 0, 0. So if I don't have anything left in the pantry, then I must have used all of my raw materials. And oh, look at that, I had formulas already in there. So my direct materials used and transferred to WIP is going to be 9 batches and $900 because I used everything. I used the one batch that was in beginning inventory plus the 8 I purchased. It is a busy, busy month for coffee. All right, so I'm going to just transfer that over straight away so I do not forget. So I transferred in 9 batches of coffee beans to start my process. The second I did that, I applied all of the direct labor. It's crazy, crazy how fast that works. If I could capture on video, I'm sure I could make $1 million. So 9 batches got direct labor. We know we're doing $50 per batch for direct labor. So we have $450 of direct labor. Our WIP ending inventory is 1 batch. All right, so 1 batch. And we know 1 batch of ending inventory is $150. So that ended up being somewhere not where I intended it, $150. Okay, so in my beginning inventory, I had 2 batches. My direct materials that I transferred over were 9. So there were a total of 11. 2 plus 9 is 11. There were a total of 11 batches that I could have finished. I finished all but 1. I've got 1 sitting in ending inventory, which means everything else must have gotten finished. So I have got 10 batches in cost of goods manufactured because I finished 10. If I finished 10 batches, that means I applied factory overhead to 10 batches because as soon as I apply that factory overhead, it is finished. I know I apply factory overhead at a rate of $75 per batch. So my total cost, let me make sure my formula is good, is my total cost that went through WIP this month is $2,400. Okay? 150 of it stayed in WIP as ending inventory, which means $2,250 got transferred to finished goods. Now I'm going to do some math to check my work. 10 batches got transferred to finished goods times 225 for a batch of finished product, $2,250. My numbers match and I am happy. All right, so total cost of goods manufactured is, I'm just going to transfer this right over from my WIP schedule right here. I'm going to transfer it up here, $2,250. All right, so now my total cost of goods available is 20 batches. or $4,500. All right, we've got a lot of coffee we need to sell. I don't know what the shelf life is for coffee, but I'm getting a little nervous, so let's hop on it. All right, our ending inventory is 1 batch. Oh, we have some missing information. So I'm going to pause this for a second while I go look for that. I found it. The missing information, I must have deleted a row, is finished goods ending inventory is 3 batches. This should be on your copy. I just deleted it on the answer. Okay, so our finished goods ending inventory is 3 batches. So I'm going to put 3 batches there. And I know a finished good batch has $225 of cost. So $675. So now $4,500 minus $675 is $3,825. 20, which is how many we could have sold, minus the 3 we didn't sell, so we should have 17. 20 minus 3 is 17. And I'm going to check my work and say, what is 17 times 225, which is my cost per batch? It's $3,825. I'm feeling really good about myself right now. I hope you do too. Okay, before we leave period 3, let's do our balance sheet. This is our ending inventory from raw materials. Our raw materials ending inventory, which was 0. Our WIP ending inventory, which was 150, and our finished goods ending inventory, which was 675. Alrighty, so that means we are going to report $825 of inventory on our balance sheet this period. But how about that income statement? All right, we sold 17 batches. Okay, so our sales are going to be 17 times 10 pounds a batch times 40 pounds, or $40 a pound. So our sales were $6,800. That is a lot better than last period. Someone may even get a bonus. All right, our cost of goods sold was $3,825. So if I take my sales and subtract my cost of goods sold, I'm going to end up with a gross profit of $2,975. And if I divide my gross profit by my sales, I'm going to end up with a gross margin, a gross profit percentage of 43.75, which is the exact number I was hoping for. So I feel really good about what I've done here. We're going to finish period 3, and I will see you all in period 4.